Good morning, YouTube. What's going on, man? Hey, it's so hard to make any kind of content right now. Trucking content, that is. I'm trying to expand my horizon, trying to think outside the box on how we're gonna do this. Cause y'all know I love making content, anything for that matter. As far as content creation, like video specifically, it's something that I think that I'm gonna be doing in the future. I like that kind of stuff. With that being said, so let's go ahead and get back onto the load board, right? Yet again, Amazon. I know. Sick of looking, sick of tired of looking at Amazon load board. But let's take a look at this, right? First, let's take a look at why is this. I mean, you're like, okay, I'm in Las Vegas. I just need to get to California to a better freight rate, right? So it's I'm looking at $3 to the mile. I'm like, you know what? I bet you I can get power only out of there, or even load out trailers out of there easily and come out of there at $4 a mile because the rates are getting better, especially in the California side. Now, but why is 300 miles 23 hours and 38 minutes? Man, you have to always ask yourself a question. Let's take a look at the details, right? And this thing right here, I guarantee you, is going to get snagged up, and more than likely, it's going to get snagged up by somebody who is new. So let's look at the details. Everything looks normal so far, right? Picks up at 1628, drops off at 1800. This same place in Vegas, and then picks up again out of there at wow, that's 44,000 miles, and that's live load. Ooh, that's gonna be a heavy one. Coming to Chino, California, I would not even do that for $3 a mile. Nah, not not going to California. I mean, and plus it's live load, and look at the details on that. At 6:15, 1800, and it's supposed to depart at 6:15 at 2000, but look at it's a live load. You got to think about it. It's a live load. This is not a drop-in hook trailer for Amazon. I don't think this is an Amazon facility, the Chino, California area, whatever that is. That wow, they don't even have addresses on there. So this is Oh, there you go. Why am I? I'm acting like a newbie. Anyway, look. So it departs at 6:15 and it arrives at 6:16 tomorrow, and that's live load, and you can't do nothing about that. You know why? Because that's live load. You cannot drop that trailer off, because that live load, that means more than likely probably it's a facility that Amazon uses for processing shipment or whatever that is, and then you have to take that same trailer to the location of CONT2, and that's gonna take 2 days to go 300 miles. You have to look at the details, man. Look at the details. Sure enough, as soon as I stop screen record, somebody booked that load. Man, don't do it, man. Don't fall for it. Anyway, so let's take a look at these other loads. This is the reason why I haven't been on the road. I haven't been doing nothing. I've been trying to grind on that, the lift side, that is. But let's take a look at these loads. Look at these loads, man. This is the reason why I can't and these loads go out like hotcakes, man. I don't blame you. I really don't, man. I will not move my truck for those rates. I really won't. It's just it's a losing proposition in the long term, and I don't think I'm ever gonna take those loads. I would rather shut the company down and or maybe put it on inactive status before I even take these loads, man. It's just I'm not breaking my truck down to barely get by. You know what I mean? So I would rather just either sell the truck, shut the company down, or whatever, if it doesn't get any better. But I think we're going to try to stick it out as much as we can. That one load that I was doing, that I was talking about, so what happened was it got booked and then it went back on the board. So I'm guessing the only thing, some of the plausible explanation for that is that somebody booked it and then they realized that the details on the load is no good for them. I mean, it shouldn't be unless you're getting paid like $2,400 on that damn load. But as you can see, it was for 900, but it went back on the board, and then it got booked again after it went up to like 1,088, and then it went back on the board again. So what it is, these people are realizing that, hey, wait a minute, the details don't I don't think I like this. I should have read the details before I've done that. Yeah, that's what you should have done. But can you still make load or make money as a power only? Me, I cannot. I cannot, because I have to stay home because all of the appointments for the pregnancy and all of these other things, and I have to be here in the house. So I can only be out maybe 2 days max, And with this one I'm getting ready to show you, I have the equipment for this, and I've done these before. If you haven't seen a video that I've done on this one of my newer one of my few first videos was about this load, which is you need 4 chains, 4 ratchet binders, or not ratchet binders, but chain binders, or ratchet chain binders. What the heck do they call those? Anyway, so it's you need a minimum 4 of those each, and then also you need at least 6 straps. Because DOT is every 4 foot you have to strap or whatever, right? But anyway, it's this load right here. I mean, look at this. I'm looking at this, and I could probably do this for, I would say, the thing is, it's like this type of market is not tapped in yet, so you could actually take advantage of this. I wish I could right now, but I can't. Like I said, I have to be home, and 20 loads this guy has, and I don't know. There might be also a double brokerage here, but these 20 loads, you could probably go 12, maybe 1,400 on this. I mean, you can just talk it out with the broker, see what's going on with it. I mean, if they're saying, if you bid 1,400 and they're like, man, I can't even get close to you on that, they're more than likely they're gonna come back, and you tell them, hey, 1,400, I can do 5 of them minimum, and be like, okay, then we can talk, right? So I mean, at 1,400 or 109 miles, that's not much, man. That's really easy work, right? And the only thing about this, it takes a little bit more work. You definitely have to do a little bit more physical work. Me, I've done 3 of these so far, and I would say I can do one within an hour. I can secure that load and get going, and haven't had no problems. So I'd say this is another thing you should look at, is as a power only. And this is one of the things that you should have in your truck as a power only, because this right here gives you so much options. It opens up the whole world for you. I might be shooting myself in the foot by giving you all of this information, but you know what, man, it's okay. It's okay. I'm here to help if I can. You know what I mean? If this part of the trucking gets a little bit more saturated, that's okay. We can always readjust, right? Anyway, there goes another one. Let me show you another one. Here it goes. And it's going to Reno, right? From Long Beach to Reno. It's 539 miles. Now, I would say where they're offering that for 2,300, you could probably bump that up a couple more hundred, and then you're looking at, maybe you can set it to $5 a mile. You can go, let me see, 26.40. 26.16, 26.60. I mean, that's nearly $5 a mile, maybe a little bit over, just barely over $5 a mile. But that's it. It's just, these are easy work, man. Like this one right here is probably gonna be, it's saying 53 foot, so they're probably 53 foot chassis, so they're probably a flatbed that are stacked up 3 times or whatever, right? So, or they could be a step deck that are stacked up 3 times. So, but it's the same concept. Easy work, really easy work, And over here they're saying change. They're saying change required, but you can strap these two. You can strap them. Really, all you need is chains up front, chains in the back. That's it. And you don't even need the chains in the back as long as you have all the proper securement. But I would highly suggest chains up front. But it depends on where you pick up from. Where you pick up from matters a lot, because a lot of these people, be like, okay, you gotta use 8 chains. Sometimes they're weird like that. But according to the DOT, you don't really need. I mean, you can either use chains or strap, it depending on the commodity. But this particular commodity, you can use just straps on this one. If they're a stack of 53 trailers, you can use just straps. But I would highly suggest using chains up front too. But you can just use straps if you wanted to. Now I know that's gonna take a lot of work, because that is a lot of work. You have to climb on that doggone thing, and it gets a little bit dangerous now. That's why I don't think this is gonna be saturated. If you're a little bit, if you're a little bit one of those, young guns, just ready to rock, you can definitely do these loads, and you can definitely profit off of these loads during these times. And a lot there's these loads don't move that much, but they don't need to move. These loads don't need to move like you would think other commodities would. These loads can sit, you know what I mean. And but you know at these times, if you can somewhat profit a little bit more than your regular PO loads and or load out loads, hey, why not? You know what I mean? Like I said, around $2,000, you would be spending how much for equipment, and a lot of times you can put that on your storage in your truck, so, or you can buy you a little box off of Home Depot and then strap it down on the frame of your vehicle, and then put your chains and binders in there and straps and everything. It's just good to have that equipment. Me, I can't do too much right now because of the fact that, like I said, I have to be home. But you can definitely still make money out there, man. And the good news is, one of my regulars had called. Well, he had sent an email, be like, "Oh, hey, he's still alive." And these are good loads, man. These are really good loads. So hopefully, I mean, I would actually like to probably talk to him a little bit more, and I would like to actually meet with him and probably send him, maybe take him out to dinner or something like that. You know what I mean? It's just, you gotta know, you have to know how to play the game, man. It's not sucking up to somebody, but it's definitely giving you an edge. You know what I mean? So until next time, we'll see y'all.